Ready, set, go. What in the world is that? I think he's chasing him down like we're on a poon in Boca Grande, dude. Run him down. Episode number 5, Beavertail Owners tourney time. Beavertail threw this pretty cool event down in Boquillo, Florida at the Tarpon Lodge. Invite only to Beavertail owners, and so all of us Beavertail owners converged on the Tarpon Lodge for a few days to hang out, drink some beers and fish, and just have an all-around good time. Started heading south and decided on our way down to hit up my buddy Sean. He's a guy down in Southwest Florida. You guys know him from a couple episodes ago. Didn't really have a whole lot of expectations, you know, got on the water late, it was windy, and just decided we'll go down there and have a fun little fish with him before we headed south. Ready, set, go. For my live baits, I have 40 on there. I have one with 16, or I have a couple with like 15, but I won't use those for snook. A spectacular day, caught a couple little snook, caught a pretty decent jack, which, man, I haven't caught a big jack since I was like in high school. I just don't ever target them, but had a blast catching a big beefy jack and kind of got to see his fishery for the first time, and it was super cool. This is where you get some of the big boys. Makes sense, man. There's a lot. Yeah. So I don't like snook, man. You can't trust them. Okay. Okay. What in the world is that? Hold up. There it is. I think it's just a big jack. They're just busting. He grabbed it and ran with it. Ooh. Chasing him down like we're on a poon in Boca Grande, dude. Run him down. Thought we were tuna fishing for a second. I was seeing those birds dive. Yeah, you saw them busting, right? And then they just moved out here. It's been a minute since I've caught a good-sized jack. Whenever you're ready, buddy. Just come on over. Man, this is like a freaking ad for circle hooks. That's the perfect hook set. Okay. Pretty fish though. It's been a long time since I've caught a good jack. I forgot how cool they are. Look at the yellow tail.
Oh, there you go. Showcase it. All right.
Should I try to get TikTok famous and jump in with him?
Yeah, you go.
This mic's cheap, right? Like, it's no worries. You ready? Oh, there it goes. Little snooky. He wanted it. Nice. This is an aggressive hook set. This thing's like probably just under overslot maybe. Spooks. There it is. Yep. Better one, man. So long haul all the way down to Bokeelia. I think it was like a 4.5, 5 hour drive. Place Max and I had never fished in our lives. Went down there and just decided, like, we didn't have a whole lot of expectations for this tournament. This was more of like a beavertail hangout for all people that own beavertail. And so went down there and pre-fished a couple days, did a bunch of exploring, had really no idea of the area, looked on Google Maps, really tried. If you guys follow us and you follow the series, our whole thing is super backcountry, super skinny water. And so if you know anything about that area, if you want to catch big fish, that's not how you fish. It's all Boca Grande Pass and these big passes, big inlets, fishing structure and docks with big live bait. And that's just not our jam. And so Max and I went down there and we just decided, hey, we're gonna fish it our way and have fun. Might try a topwater in a minute. Or what's the water depth like? 2 foot? Shallow enough to throw a topwater? Damn, that's why I need that topwater on. I think those were all jacks, but still. I'm gonna try it. Break up the monotony. Let's do it. Oh yeah. Dude, that was instant. He hammered it. That was so sick. Oh, he broke me off. Are you kidding me? I don't think that was a jack, dude. I'm all afraid. I put it on here because I was confident. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to break off, I'm not going to do my usual 16-pound stupid shit. Literally 40 pound. Come on, if that's a freaking predator fish and it doesn't hit this, it needs to pull its freaking tampon out.
Eat it already. You see him?
Mm-hmm.
That's so big.
There's like 4 redfish right there. There's one right there. Yeah, they're redfish. Damn. Where'd he go?
Breakfast bell, we rang it.
He did.
Whoa, headway in front of you.
Yep.
Shit. Holy shit, came out of nowhere.
during this tournament, we got to put the beaver tail to the test. The Mosquito, if you guys know anything about the Mosquito, it is a true technical poling skiff. I mean, it is a small boat. I mean, it pulls an absolute spit. It's crazy how shallow the boat runs. But we had to go across some pretty big water. Max and I put that thing through the Ringer in Louisiana, which I think before that, this was the most intense we've been in. But man, I mean, we crossed some crazy water. I mean, I don't even know how big it was. It was like knee-high surf, you know? Like it was pretty gnarly, especially with all Max's camera equipment but the Mosquito handled surprisingly well. I mean, for a small technical poling skiff, as dry as we stayed and as comfortable as it was pretty unbelievable. But we definitely put it to the test. So yeah, the dudes that won were local guys over there, and they caught an insane, between their snook, redfish, and trout, they had like, I want to say they were pushing like 100 inches, maybe more. I mean, overslot red, overslot trout, overslot snook. It's pretty crazy. But again, these were guys that are catching live bait in the morning. They're fishing the passes. They're fishing the tides. And so it was cool to kind of talk to those guys and get an idea of how they fish. I have a cousin that grew up on the West Coast, and it's just a completely different mentality. Like, I grew up just idolizing these skinny technical poling skiffs. He always had the boat with the second station that, you know, they blast into these areas doing 80 miles an hour. And that's really what fishing is over there. It's catching your good live bait in the morning, and it's fishing deep water currents. And so it was kind of crazy to see these guys catch some monster fish and kind of do it the way they do it. Again, we really didn't know what we were doing in this tournament. We actually found a local bar. We started hanging out. The owner was super cool. He basically told us, he's like, listen, if you guys want to win this tournament, it's going to be a foot race to the passes. Like, everyone's going to be running these passes. They're going to be dropping live bait. That's where you're going to get your big snook, your big redfish. A lot of the guys in the tournament had their Vengeances and their beaver tail lightnings, boats that do 50, 60, 70 miles an hour. And so he just kind of told us, he's like, if you guys want to fish the backcountry, it'll be fun, but that's not going to win the tourney. And so for Max and I, that's just what we wanted to do. We want to get lost in some backcountry, win some crazy areas where we almost got stuck because of the tide. Found these little holes where it's like these little ponds pushed way back in these national parks, and just caught piles of little snook. I mean, we had a section where I could almost call out on top water when I was going to get a snook tee. I mean, it was like every cast, twitch, 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 hit. And I mean, all these like little 10 to 15 inch, 18 inch snook, but just absolute acrobats. And it was just a super fun time to go over there and catch a bunch of snook on top water. There it is. Oh, trying to get me in the bushes. He got me in the bushes.
This is what we've been waiting for. Proper fight.
See if I can get out of there.
Lure him out. Slowly but surely.
Pull us over there. What? You got me way in there. Is that my leader? No.
Oh, he's off. I got my lure raised off. He wasn't big. He got me quick.
He didn't leave. King of the dinks.
Yeah. Oh, there's a big boil right there, dude. It's definitely the top water kind of saves it because it just makes it fun. You know, like, obviously you want a big boy, but if you're going to have to catch small ones, top water's the way to do it. Just to hear that pop. He got beat up a little bit.
Yeah, another one.
I'm seeing quite a few trout. Bunch of small ones, but a couple. They're like 15. There we go. Yep. Little redfish. Yeah. This might be the smallest redfish I've ever caught. Get out of here. Oh, right when it hit. Landed in his mouth. I didn't even have time. King of the dinks. Little. Dude, it literally, like, that must have hit him on the head. All right, buddy.
Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah, overall, just hang out. We got to hang out at the Tarpon Lodge for a few days, which is absolutely epic. I mean, this crazy, cool, historic hotel. We got to meet some absolute legends. I mean, there's dudes that drove all the way from Key West and Tennessee and all over the place, and I'm pretty pumped. We made some connections with guys that are in the Everglades and Melbourne and Key West, and we're actually gonna shoot some episodes with these guys that own beaver tails and just kind of create some lifelong friendships. So I'm super stoked about that, and really good group of people at Beaver Tail.